Hello students, greetings of the day. I, Mrs. Usha Vasani, welcome you all to the RKC Online Social Studies class. Today we are going to talk about how to conserve our environment, which is our chapter number 11, and this is part 3. I hope all of you all must have watched previous 2 videos, and if not, please watch that first so that you can relate today's learning with that. So let's get started. Students, first let us do recap of previous 2 videos. In the first video, we learnt about what is environment, how important it is to conserve the environment for our better survival. We learnt about what is conservation. We learnt about what is global warming and also discussed what are its causes and effects. Then in the second video, we discussed about the ways in which we can conserve the environment, out of which overpopulation needs to be controlled because it leads to overuse of resources. Then we discussed the whole topic of pollution. Soil, air and noise pollution need to be addressed by the government and we need to cooperate with them. Now out of that, today we are going to discuss one more point, like one more factor which will help us to conserve the environment. A very important point is, today we'll talk about protecting plants. Today we'll also talk about what is deforestation. We'll understand afforestation and its advantages. We'll also understand about protecting animals, that is wildlife. We'll also understand various factors about the dwindling of wild animals. We'll know which are the endangered species. We'll also discuss about the provisions made by the government. So today's learning outcomes would be this, and we will relate with the previous 2 videos. Those who have not watched previous 2 videos, please do watch that first and then you will better get connected to the chapter. So let us begin with today's learning. Protecting plants. Protecting plants is of utmost importance. Random cutting of trees or deforestation leads to various problems. It leads to problems like global warming, which we have already discussed earlier, reduction in rainfall, earthquakes, floods, animals becoming homeless. So these are all the important, very important problems which are faced due to deforestation. So let us understand the concept of deforestation first.
Have you heard your grandparents being nostalgic about the past? They say things like, earlier there used to be trees here, or we would wake up to the sound of birds. Now, can you tell me why this isn't a reality anymore? For starters, we could blame ourselves for wanting huge buildings and wide roads. Where has the natural cover of forests disappeared? In truth, we have cut down all those trees in the name of development. Can you tell me what this process is called where many trees and plants are cut out? Yes, we call it deforestation. Clearing up forests for human benefit is called deforestation. Can you name a few reasons why man clears up forest lands? Agriculture, that's right. We clear land to bring more land under cultivation. What other reasons can you think of? Yes, for building factories, houses and roads. And what about cutting trees for wooden fuel? Isn't that another reason? Of course it is. Man has cut trees over the years, and do you know this very action has caused some serious reaction? Yes, we call them consequences. We cannot get away by reducing the green cover on our planet. Trees and plants are a part of an ecological chain and they maintain a specific balance. Let us see how many deforestation consequences you are able to identify from the following pictures. You can now imagine the extent of consequences deforestation has, can't you? Let us look at each of these in a little more detail. Trees and plants give out oxygen and use carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. With reduced plants and trees, the level of carbon dioxide on the earth is increasing. Carbon dioxide cannot escape into space, and like many other harmful gases, it is creating a blanket of heat around the earth. This increasing heat has led to a famous phenomenon known as global warming. This is the cause of the increase in the temperature of the earth. Do you know that according to studies, the last few decades of the 20th century have been hottest in the last 400 years? This can create a chain of events. High temperatures affect the water cycle. Glaciers melt at an alarming pace. Soil cannot hold excess water during rainfall or even rise in sea level. Both these events can cause floods. On the other hand, any change in the water cycle can also lead to droughts. Haven't you noticed the erratic climate changes in your area? These are all results of deforestation. Let us see how the water table is affected due to deforestation. Trees and plants have roots which hold the soil and allow water to percolate into the soil. With trees around, water does not run off, carrying away with it the topsoil. This means that absence of trees would cause increased soil erosion, removal of topsoil layer, and reduced underground water levels. Soil that is devoid of its top layer is infertile, and gradually open lands become deserts. This process is called desertification. Land that had once harbored rich trees and wildlife now remains a desert devoid of all life. What about pollution? As already stated, increased release of harmful gases has caused global warming. This pollutes the air around us. It is therefore evident that all consequences are interrelated. Rampant cutting down of trees will only add to more problems around us. What can we do to prevent this? Can we repair the damage done?
Students, I hope you have understood that what deforestation means and how much harm it causes to our earth. Now the last conversation asked us that it harms lot to us, and can that be repaired or not? Yes, to counter the problem of deforestation, the repairing can be done with afforestation. Now, to counter that problem of deforestation, we must plant many trees, as many as possible. This process of planting trees is known as afforestation. So students, now let us understand what could be the advantage of planting more trees. So let us discuss about afforestation now. Let us discuss some of the advantages of afforestation. The conversion of semi-arid lands into forests makes them more sustainable and prevents soil pollution. So children, if we go on planting more trees, it will help in soil getting eroded. It will prevent the soil erosion happening. Afforestation prevents excess flooding, means it controls floods. It can decrease the intensity of flood. It reduces the level of carbon dioxide in our environment. Through afforestation, we can add more forest density to the world. It helps in stabilizing the climate. It gives natural habitat to birds and animals. And most important, it has the potential of reversing the global warming. means the globe at present has started warming. If we still take up the Earth station, we can change or we can reverse the global warming process which is ongoing at present. So these are few advantages of afforestation. Protecting animals is also of utmost importance. To counter the animals becoming homeless, establishment of wildlife sanctuaries and national parks has been done. Today we find many wildlife animals dwindling in number, means decreasing in number. This is due to various factors such as scarcity of food, hunting or poaching, habitat loss, etc. The government has of course taken various steps such as building wildlife sanctuaries and national parks to protect endangered species and provide these animals with a natural habitat. So students, let us discuss the factors of dwindling of wildlife animals one after the other. The first one is scarcity of food. Now due to forest deforestation, there is inadequate, means insufficient food supply for herbivores, which results in decrease of their number. Therefore, the carnivores are also affected as they depend for their food on herbivores. The second factor affected to the dwindling of animals is hunting and poaching. Poaching is one of the most immediate threats to wild tigers. They are killed for their teeth and nails. Due to high demand of their body parts are used for traditional medicines. Tigers are illegally killed as their pelts, that is their skin, are in high demand as it is used as decorative showpieces of the house. Many of the kings in past or many of the people who want to show that they are very brave and bold, they would go in forest just as their hobby and show their valor by hunting the wild animal. These are all the reasons where the number of animals are decreasing day by day in our jungles. Students, now let me tell you what is the difference between hunting and poaching. Hunting is regulated by the government and hunters must obtain permits authorizing them to kill certain animals. That is hunting. Means they are regulated by the government only and they take the permission to kill certain numbers of animals. Maybe they are harmful to other animals or whatever reasons it may be. Now poaching is a hunting without legal permission from whoever controls the land. Means they come, the hunters, like the people or the person comes, enters the jungle area, the forest area, and without informing or without taking legal permission from anyone, and they just kill the animal for their selfish motive. So that is the difference between hunting and poaching. Students, now on your screen you can see I have shown you two pictures. One is the example of hunting and the other is the example of poaching. Hunting means the wild buffalo was suffering from its health issue from long time and it was not getting all right with the medication also. So just to relieve this poor animal from its health issue, the forest officers and the doctors decided to kill this animal so that it can get relieved out of its pain which it was going through. So the buffalo was hunted by the forest officers with legal permission. The next picture shows us that it is the example of poaching, means this lion was illegally killed just out of some of the selfish motto of some people. So, and they were caught, so the picture is captured, but it is an example of poaching. So this is the difference between hunting and poaching. One more example of poaching is animal like elephants are hunted, means they are killed. Now elephant hunting, which used to be an accepted activity in Kenya, was banned in 1973, as was the ivory trade. Means elephants were hunted in Kenya legally because there were too many in number and they would cause damage to some areas. So earlier they were hunted, but then people started trading with the tusks of an elephant, and so then it was banned in 1973 there. Illegal hunting continues as there is still international demand for elephant tusks. Thus, Kenya pioneered the destruction of ivory as a way of combat this black market. Hunting for sports is prohibited in India. Post-independence, hunting was banned by the government under the Wildlife Protection Act in 1972, except for specified purpose such as self-defense, prevention of crop damage, scientific or educational reasons. Only under children, only under such circumstances it was hunting was allowed. Otherwise it was banned in 1972. The elephant has been accorded the highest possible protection under Indian wildlife law. The hunting and trading this species can attract rigorous imprisonment of up to 7 years and a minimum fine of 25,000 rupees. So this is all the steps taken by the government to stop poaching of wildlife in the world. In addition to this, many species of animals are slowly becoming endangered and are reducing in number or becoming extinct. Let us talk about some of the endangered species of India. Some of them are greater one-horned rhinoceros, Nilgiri tahr, Bengal tigers, Asiatic lions, black buck, lion-tailed macaque, and snow leopard. There are many more, even vultures, cheetahs, there are many more, but these are the few which are they are left very much less in number in India. So we need to protect them. So next slides I will show you picture of each of these animals so that you can know that which animals I'm talking about. This is snow leopard. Snow leopards live in the mountainous regions of Central and Southern Asia, and in India their geographical range encompasses a large part of Western Himalayas, including the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh in Eastern Himalayas. In 2015, 7,910 leopards were estimated to live in and around tiger habitat in India. About 12,000 to 14,000 leopards were speculated to live in the entire country. But after that, it is estimated that now there are 4,500 to 7,500 snow leopards living in the mountains of Central Asia. But in India, if we talk, it is estimated that the population of snow leopard in India are around 200 to 600 only. So this species also is about to extinct because they are left very much less in number. Students, this is black buck. In India, This species of black buck are mainly found in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and some other areas also. Black buck is also one of the endangered species of India. Students, this black buck is also known as an Indian antelope, and black buck antelope is the fastest running land animal in India. Native to and they are found mainly in the grassy plains of India, and so they are mainly found in the areas of Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. This is one-horned rhino. The Indian state of Assam is the home to the largest population of greater one-horned rhinos, but with more than 90% they are found in Kaziranga National Park. Students, this great one-horned rhino is commonly found in Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, and in India in Assam. Uh, they are up to the extinction, means very less number of rhinos were left earlier, but now due to the successful efforts of conservation by Indian government, rhinos earlier they were found in 20th century, the beginning of 20th century. There were around 200 species left, but now due to the successful efforts of Indian government, they are slowly increasing in number. So this is one horned rhinoceros of India. This is Nilgiri tar. This animal is found in the south of Himalayas, and basically they are found even in the Tamil Nadu. Despite it is more closely related to the sheep and goat type of species, they are actually found near the mountains of Nilgiri along the Anaimalai hills and Palni hills. Uh, this species symbolizes that they belong to the goat and sheep family. Now there are hardly some species of this type of goat, that is tar, left. Around 200 to 300 species are found in Tamil Nadu, few in the south of Himalayas. So altogether there are around 7 to 800 such species found. They have a big threat of global warming also. So we need to protect this animal. This is a lion-tailed macaque. They are exclusively found in the Western Ghats of South India, and it is an old world monkey. The lion-tailed macaque is endangered, and it is it is habitat specialist, restricted to evergreen forests only. Total population of this macaque is hardly 3000 plus in India, and this macaques, they live in groups of 20 to 30 always. So this is a wild type of a monkey found in India, but now they are rarely found. Exclusively they are found in the southern part of India only. This is a very good looking Royal Bengal tiger. Isn't it looking very smart? Royal Bengal tigers are easily found in the jungles of West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Rajasthan, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Mainly they are found in the West Bengal and in the Sundarbans. They are found in the area of Sundarbans majorly. The population of tiger was estimated to be 17 to 1900 in 2010, but due to the successful efforts of the forest department, now they are increasing in number, and around 2000 to 3000 tigers are found worldwide, out of which more than 500 tigers are found in India, around 3 to 500 are found in Bangladesh, some are found in Nepal, and some tigers are also found in Bhutan. This is vulture. Vultures are scavenging birds, and there are 9 species of large vultures found in India. Mainly they are found in Himalayas, dry lands of Rajasthan, Karnataka, Gujarat, and in the northern side of Indian continent. Vultures are not found at all in Australia and Antarctica. Students, they have no incentive to attack humans, means they are pretty harmless to human, and although they are carnivores, but most of the vultures feed on the animals, and that also which are already dead. Students, we talked about some of the endangered species of India. Now let us know and talk about government's efforts to conserve wildlife. Governments of many countries have passed laws against poaching, as has India, but more needs to be done to safeguard these animals. National parks and wildlife sanctuaries are protected areas declared by the government with the primary objective to preserve wildlife, save flora and fauna, and restore the natural ecological balance. There are 103 national parks and 544 wildlife sanctuaries in India. Let us know some of them. These are few names of national parks and sanctuaries of India. There are many in number, but these are the few famous ones, out of which Ranthambore National Park, Rajasthan; Jim Corbett National Park, Uttarakhand; Gir Wildlife Sanctuary, Gujarat; Kaziranga National Park in Assam is the largest wildlife sanctuary of India; Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary in Kerala; Sundarbans National Park is in West Bengal; Pench National Park in Madhya Pradesh, and Bandipur National Park in Karnataka. These are just few names of national parks and sanctuaries, but there are many more in number in India, and now the government also is doing excellent work in conserving wildlife and our flora and fauna. Children, I hope you must have enjoyed taking a ride to wildlife. So today's learning was basically on the protection or the protecting of wildlife and plants. That is one of the factors which we are discussing, that which are the factors which are necessary to be looked after for conserving the environment, out of which we studied reducing pollution, different types of pollutions. We studied how to reduce them. We studied about controlling overpopulation, and today we studied and discussed about protecting plants and animals. Children, did you know that every day more than 50 species of plants and animals are becoming extinct as their habitat are being destroyed by humans? So basically, we need to protect trees, we need to stop deforestation and work on afforestation. This is all about today's learning. Thank you and stay safe. See you soon in another learning video. Till then, keep learning.